Europe. It's on everyone's bucket list, right? The Eiffel Tower, the Colosseum, those crazy Oktoberfest parties. But listen up, because what they don't tell you about are the dark alleys, the shady characters, the places where things can go south real fast. Yeah, we're talking about the parts of Europe they don't put on postcards. Today, we're diving headfirst into the 11 most dangerous cities in Europe, the places where you might just lose your wallet, or worse. We're talking pickpockets, scams, even violent crime. We're giving you the lowdown, the inside scoop, so you can stay safe and have an epic trip. Stick around, because what you're about to see might just save your life. First up, we're heading straight to the home of pizza and pasta, Naples, Italy. Now, I love a good cheesy slice as much as the next guy, but Naples comes with a side of danger you don't want to mess with. We're talking organized crime, folks. The Camorra, they're like the Italian mafia, and they're not afraid to use a little muscle to get what they want. Think narrow streets, Vespers zipping around, and in the shadows. Keep your eyes peeled and your wallet close, because pickpockets are practically an art form here. Naples has stunning architecture, incredible food, and a vibrant culture. Just, maybe leave the fancy watch at home for this one. And whatever you do, don't try to haggle too hard with the locals. Next up, we're jetting over to sunny Spain. But don't let the sunshine fool you. Barcelona, the city of Gaudi's masterpieces, is also a haven for, you guessed it, pickpockets. Seriously, these guys are like ninjas. They'll swipe your stuff before you can say, hola. But hold on a sec, because Barcelona's got a whole other level of danger, the biting bandits. Imagine getting your phone snatched and the thief pedals off into the sunset. Be smart. Be aware of your surroundings, especially in crowded tourist spots. Anyone else craving tapas after that? Just me? Okay, moving on. From sunny Spain, we're hopping over to the city of love, Paris. Now, who doesn't dream of strolling along the Seine, baguette in hand, falling head over heels? But hold on to your beret, because Paris has a dark side too. We're talking scams, baby, especially around those iconic landmarks. Those guys selling roses by the Eiffel Tower. They'll charm your pants off and then charge you an arm and a leg for a wilted flower. Look, Paris is amazing, but it's also a prime target for scammers looking to prey on unsuspecting tourists. Remember, the only thing getting stolen in Paris should be a kiss under the Eiffel Tower. Next up, we're heading back to Italy, this time to the historical heartland, Rome. Gladiators, emperors, pasta. Sounds pretty epic, right? But even in the eternal city, danger lurks around every corner. Now, I'm not talking about lions in the Colosseum, although that would be pretty epic. I'm talking about something far more cunning, far more stealthy, the pickpockets of Rome. These guys are like shadows, blending into the crowds, waiting for their moment to strike. They'll target tourists at popular attractions like the Trevi Fountain and the Spanish Steps. One minute you're snapping a selfie with a gladiator, the next minute your wallet's gone, vanished into thin air. It's like magic, but not the fun kind. But don't worry, we're about to reveal the most dangerous city yet. Get ready to hop on a plane, because we're heading to the birthplace of democracy, Athens, Greece, home to the Acropolis, stunning beaches, and, wait for it, some of the most intense protests in Europe. Imagine this, you're strolling through the Plaza, soaking up the ancient vibes, when bam, you're caught in the middle of a full-blown riot. Tear gas, Molotov cocktails, people running everywhere. Talk about ruining your appetite for souvlaki. Look, I'm all for peaceful demonstrations, but things can escalate quickly in Athens. So, before you book that trip, check the local news, be aware of any planned protests, and maybe pack a gas mask, just in case. Stay safe out there, folks. Alright, we're taking a break from pickpockets and scams for a second to talk about a different kind of danger. We're headed to Berlin, Germany, a city known for its history, its art scene, and its wild nightlife. Now, I'm all for letting loose and having a good time, but Berlin's party scene can get a little intense. We're talking underground clubs, all-night raves, and enough techno music to make your head spin. And where there's partying, there's often trouble. Drugs, alcohol, and just plain bad decisions can turn a fun night out into a nightmare. Plus, Berlin has its fair share of pickpockets and scammers looking to take advantage of intoxicated tourists. So, if you're planning on experiencing Berlin's legendary nightlife, remember to party responsibly, stay with your friends, and maybe pace yourself on the Jägermeister. Next up, we're crossing the channel to good old London town, land of Big Ben, red telephone booths, and, oh yeah, more pickpockets. Look, I hate to sound like a broken record here, but seriously, London is crawling with these light-fingered fiends. They operate everywhere, from the crowded streets of Oxford Street to the bustling platforms of the tube. They'll bump into you, accidentally spill something on you, all while relieving you of your valuables. By the time you realize what's happened, they're gone, vanished into the crowd like a phantom thief. So, what's the moral of the story? Be vigilant, my friends. Keep your belongings close, be aware of your surroundings, and maybe invest in one of those money belts your dad wears on vacation. Get ready to raise a glass or two, because we're heading to the Emerald Isle, Dublin, Ireland, land of Guinness, leprechauns, and... Wait a minute. Is that a brawl breaking out in Temple Bar? Yeah, you heard that right. Dublin might be known for its friendly locals and lively pub scene, but it also has a bit of a reputation for, shall we say, spirited disagreements. Now, I'm not saying you're guaranteed to witness a bar fight in Dublin, but let's just say it's not uncommon, especially after a few pints of the black stuff. So, if you're planning on experiencing Dublin's legendary nightlife, remember to drink responsibly, be respectful of the locals, and maybe steer clear of any groups of lads singing rebel songs a little too loudly. We're about to reveal the most dangerous city yet, so stay tuned. Get ready to step into a real-life fairy tale because we're heading to Prague, Czech Republic. With its stunning architecture, charming cobblestone streets, and cheap beer, Prague seems like a dream come true. But even in this fairy tale city, danger lurks in the shadows. And I'm not talking about dragons or wicked stepmothers. I'm talking about something far more sinister. The Prague underworld. Prague does have its fair share of organized crime, especially when it comes to drugs and human trafficking. So, stick to the well-lit areas, be wary of anyone approaching you with business opportunities, and maybe lay off the absinthe. Remember, in Prague, it's best to keep your wits about you and your nose clean. Hold on to your swim trunks because we're diving into Budapest, Hungary. This city is famous for its stunning thermal baths, its delicious goulash, and, oh yeah, its sneaky pickpockets. Now, I know what you're thinking. Not more pickpockets. But trust me, Budapest's pickpockets are a different breed. They're like artists, blending into the crowds, their nimble fingers working their magic while you're distracted by the beauty of the Hungarian Parliament building. They'll target you on public transportation, in crowded markets, even in those relaxing thermal baths. So, what's the lesson here? Be vigilant, my friends. Keep your valuables close. Be aware of your surroundings, and maybe consider wearing a waterproof money belt to those thermal baths. Anyone else craving some goulash after that? No? Just me again. Okay, on to our final destination. Hold on tight because we're ending our journey in Istanbul, Turkey, a city where East meets West, where ancient history collides with modern life, and where, unfortunately, danger is never too far away. We're talking about a city that straddles two continents, a melting pot of cultures, and, let's face it, a prime spot for all sorts of shady characters. From pickpockets in the Grand Bazaar to scams targeting tourists near the Hagia Sophia, Istanbul has it all. But the real danger lies in its geopolitical climate. Bordering Syria and Iraq, Turkey has seen its fair share of unrest in recent years, and Istanbul, as the country's largest city, is a prime target for terrorist attacks. Now, I don't want to scare you off completely. Istanbul is an incredible city with so much to offer. But it's important to be aware of the risks, to stay informed about the current political situation, and to take extra precautions to ensure your safety. So there you have it, folks. The 11 most dangerous cities in Europe. Places where you might just want to pack an extra dose of caution along with your sunscreen and phrasebook. Remember, these cities aren't off limits, but it's important to be aware of the risks and take steps to protect yourself. Stay vigilant, trust your instincts, and don't be afraid to ask for help if you need it. And hey, if you're looking for some safer travel destinations, be sure to check out our other videos. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel for more epic travel content, and let us know in the comments below which of these dangerous cities you'd be brave enough to visit. See you in the next video. Stay safe and choose your travel destinations wisely.